guys, me again. It's half term here. I've had my son home. My son's got no school for a week. So the past couple of days I have been up at the allotment. Yes, so I was going to take the camera, but it's far too windy and it didn't work out. But it's calmed down a bit now. It's still a bit breezy, but I thought I'd take you up there now and show you what I've been up to. I'm so sorry that I've been quiet, but I'm so busy at the moment. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I wanted to pop to the shop to get some plant food. Now I usually shop in Home Bargains and B&M for my plant food. I love this company, Doff. They're just amazing. I think I mentioned it when I was doing the polytunnel. And so I went to B&M and oh my goodness, I am so shocked by the prices. Everything has gone up so much. So I was buying 3 bags of compost, 50 litres each, 3 bags for £12. Went back today, same bags, they were the ones from last year because the packaging on them has faded, and it's 3 for £15. As you know, I was looking for one of these. These have gone up to like £5 in B&M. I wanted some fish, blood and bone. My mum always used it. She swore by it, so she always taught me to use it. For a tiny little box, it was £4.49. The bamboo canes, pack of 10, 6-foot bamboo canes have gone up to £5.50. B&M, I don't know what's going on. So we popped to Home Bargains. So I got this pressure sprayer that was £2.50, more like it. I got a massive box of fish, blood and bone. This is 1.5 kilograms. This has gone up to £2.99. I think it was like £2.49 or even £1.99 at one point, but yeah, £2.99 now. But it's still a really good price compared to everywhere else I've seen, and this is in Home Bargains. I also get these little boxes of plant food. You can get bigger ones in Wilko's, but I just got this little one. This makes up to 40 watering cans, and it's for everything. And that's what I love. You just put 1 scoop in, 4.5 litres of water. I just see if the plants need it, then I give them a little boost. I also got some Epsom salts. This is from eBay or Amazon, and that's the company there. And these are Epsom salts. These are food grade quality. I'm just thinking my allotment might need a little bit of magnesium. I always use Epsom salts in tomatoes, but my potatoes, they've been really small. I haven't really been getting many, so I thought I read up about it, and magnesium really helps. Just a tiny bit, literally a tablespoon with each, or even half a tablespoon if you want, with each potato, seed potato that you plant, should help loads. And also for strawberries. I'll show you what I've been doing when I get to the allotment, but I am going to be moving my strawberries. Where they are, they're in partial shade. They're not doing as well as I hoped they would. I still get loads, and they're not very sweet either, and I've been reading up on it, and one thing could be causing it is this magnesium deficiency in the soil. Haven't sent away for a test. I don't do tests. I'm not going to be using a great deal, so there's no way I can put too much in the ground. I am going to sprinkle some magnesium. It's also great in a bath after you've had a hard day at the allotment or in the garden digging or working and your muscles ache. These are amazing. Put some in your bath water, lie there for a minimum of 15 minutes, and it really helps aching muscles. Next thing I got from Home Bargains is I got this shake and rake for £1.49, and I will show you when I get to the allotment where I'm going to put it, hopefully. So let's go over to the allotment now and I'll show you what I've been up to. So I'm up at the allotment now. I hope you can hear me. It's still a little bit windy and I don't know what's going on with the magpies in that tree behind me. So I'll show you my new allotment first and what I've been up to over here. 94. Okay, so here is where I have all my flowers, and I've just cut the old flowers down, and I just leave them. I leave them on top here. That protects the soil. It's a bit of a mulch, so it stops some of the weeds coming up. These are, can't remember the flowers, but they're a perennial flower and had a big long grow all the way there, but some of them have died. And then they self-seeded here, so I need to get rid of it. I've been laying out a rough line for the path. These slabs need to come over a little bit. But what I was hoping to do is maybe have flowers on the edge either side of the path. So this is where I had my brassicas last year. I had that little dome thing with what I thought was sprouts, and I thought it was purple sprouting, but it's just not doing nothing, so I've pulled them up and turned it into compost. There's my red kale, still going, red Russian kale, amazing. So I've turned this huge massive patch over. I'm thinking this is where my potatoes are going to go, and then I thought, oh, I need to put my onions somewhere. So this is going to be my potato and onion bed. I've just got this bit here to do, and then beyond that is some black plastic, and I'm hoping down that end to have a load of squash. I've cut all the brambles down. This is a jesterberry tree and I've pruned that, and that is on my plot. And then these are just the brambles that I've got left. The blue barrels that were there have now gone, and it seems they were on my plot. Never mind. I've been cutting all the brambles back here. Those are from my neighbour's plot, and this tree is over, but I won't prune it, I won't touch it just in case I kill it. And then under here, this black tarpaulin has been down now. This black sheeting has been down for 2 years now, so I'm hoping it's made some difference. So when I come to the allotment, I don't tend to stay in one place. I will start somewhere, I'll get bored or I'll get tired of doing that. I go off to do another little job, then I come back. So like this digging yesterday, it's hard going. This side of the plot hasn't had as much like compost and stuff put into it, so it's really heavy clay. Then today I have been here getting this plot ready. I have taken some before and after photos, and I want to move all my fruit over to this side. This is the bit where they were, and some are still are. I've still got more to move, but I need to move them before they start waking up. That's what it said anyway on the internet. Hope I got it right. So this tree here is like a little miniature plum tree. I think it's called a cherry plum tree. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Last year was the first time, or the year before, sorry, was the first time it ever fruited after I cut a load of it down. And now it's fruiting. I thought, oh, might as well stay there. But it does make my strawberries and my currant bushes really late to ripen, like a couple of weeks longer than everybody else on the plot because they're in the shade. So I'm moving them over. That's why I bought the magnesium as well, because my strawberries aren't as sweet as I'd like them to be. One, that's either because they're in the shade and they're not getting as much sun to make them sweet, or two, they need a bit of magnesium. But I'm going to move them over to this side. And I've already moved a gooseberry bush, and I think this is the white currant bush. I've got a red currant bush to go here. That is my ladybird poppy. I've had it now for about 5 years and it's a monster. I love it. Grew it from seed and somebody gave me those seeds. They sent me those seeds. And for the first time ever, I've got a baby growing. Yay! So every year I get the seeds from the seeds heads and I scatter them all the way around. And that is the first time I've had a baby. Yay! I moved the rhubarb last year. Didn't harvest any of it because where it was over there, the rhubarb was over there, the other side of the currant bushes, the fruit bushes. It was pathetic. So I moved it last year and look at the size of it already. Now that's what it gets like when it's like summer. That's as big as it gets and it's like that already. This one is growing. I thought I'd lost that one, but that one's growing. And then I planted 2 little bits over here. And look, can you see it's coming up? My Babington leeks. And I also planted one in there, but that hasn't done anything. But never mind, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rhubarb bushes. Yay! Super chuffed. So yeah, that's what I want the food for. That's why I want the magnesium. I bought some chicken manure up with me now. I'm going to sprinkle it on here to give them a bit of a feed because it does take 6 weeks to get into the ground, the chicken manure. This is the garlic here and shallots. I am going to put a dressing of chicken manure on these as well because the garlic, it should be a bit thicker by now. I've also been cutting my cherry tree. This, I get loads of leaves, no fruit, and when the fruit does come, the birds get it. So I'm gonna just chop it and have it little, so then I can just chuck a net over it, or even if the birds want the cherries, I don't mind it. You know, they can have them. It's just something really pretty to have. This is where on the rhubarb over here, my son's just bought me some manure, so I'm just going to sort that out. Okay, so I put a bit of manure around the bushes and the rhubarb. It's £3 a wheelbarrow, £10 a year for allotment fees, and then we have access to as much manure as we want, which is great. So that is my red currant bush. That's the last one to move. They are waking up. So, well, that one is really woken up. So I might have to leave that until September. I'll see. But this is full of like thistle, bindweed, couch grass, and I'm just not able to get on top of it. What the people did before me is they put this really thin black plastic down, and it wasn't plastic, it was like fabric. I think it's weed suppressing fabric, but then they didn't come back for 6 years or something crazy like that, and all the weeds grew up through it. It's like a carpet. I've managed to dig a lot of it up, but it's still a nightmare. Anyway, so yeah, I want to really get on top of this side this year. So here I have an asparagus bed and some more Babington leeks. I've started clearing out this bed, so that's what that bed looked at like. I've got another bed here. I need to move that tree. So this is where all my strawberries are, and I'm going to dig them up and move them. And hopefully they do really well here, and I do get a few, but yeah, they're not very tasty. So hopefully if I move them, that will be better. I've got 3 black currant bushes here that eventually I want to move as well, and then there's another gooseberry bush there, and again this is just like couch grass galore and bindweed. That's one thing on my new plot. I have got loads of mare's tail, but no bindweed. It's really strange. So this was my old herb bed, and the only thing that seems to have survived is the sage and some mint. But like the couch grass and bindweed is just taken over. So I've covered a lot of it in black plastic. I did that over there last year, and then I grew some squash here. So that worked really well. And then I've got a comfrey plant there. But all this now, apparently, this is where another path is meant to be. And I'm getting a little bit cheesed off, really. This is the wood here that I've uncovered. Now, if there was a path there, there'd be no wood. But apparently, this is the path going straight down there. Well, no, I can see that's where the path is. So that needs to be cleared. So that would make it there. And I had the allotment committee up here the other day, and they said, oh yeah, that path actually, that tree's on the path. But now she's saying, they are saying that I need to put a path here. So that's more of my allotment gone again. They've had the other side, they're having this side. I'm just having a moan, guys. I know I shouldn't. Anyway, so I started digging all this up. This soil is absolutely gorgeous. And don't they say where you get stinging nettles, it's a grade A soil. So yeah, I'm just going to tidy all this. I've got a new plot neighbour. So that's my son on his bike. He just likes riding around the allotment, up and down the hills. Yes, so those shake seeds that I got in that box, I am going to put here. This year. I know it'll be in the shade, but I'm hoping some of them will grow. But that is the plan, to get all this, and hopefully that will help suppress the weeds. And once I dig it over, get some of the couch grass out and the bindweed, I'm also going to be buying some Mexican marigolds which help clear couch grass. And I'm also going to grow a load of tomatoes over here. I've got like a currant tomato, which is very close to a wild tomato. And apparently their roots do something to the couch grass to kill it. Same with the Mexican marigolds. Here it will be tomatoes and Mexican marigolds. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that helps me get rid of some of this couch grass and bindweed. We will see. So that's what I've been up to, and that's where I'm up to at the allotment at the moment. I'm going to put some chicken manure pellets down now, give the garlic a sprinkle, and then me and my son are going to move that tree and go home and put some of those Epsom salts in a bath, because today is day 2 of digging and I'm feeling it today. Okay, so back at the house now. It's 10 to 6 and it's not dark yet. It's going dark, but it's not dark yet. Oh, I love it when the days get longer and the nights get shorter. Oh, it feels really good to be back there. I'm aching and I'm really, really tired, but I feel really, really good that I'm back at the allotment. Yay! And hopefully this weather stays nice over the weekend as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and I will see you soon. Bye! Hi guys, me again. So it is Tuesday today. Last week here in Wales we had half term, so the children are off for a week. So my son was off school for a week. I still had work to do, and so it's just been crazy busy. But the weather's been really, really nice, so every spare second I've been over at the allotment. I haven't been filming because it was like windy. There's been people up there like right by my plot. I've got a new plot neighbour. I met him the other day. He's lovely. So just don't like filming when there's people around. So I am going to go back to the allotment today because next week now they they have been predicting it for a while, that we're going to get this cold spot. They didn't know exactly how cold, but it looks like it is really dropping next week now. And some places in the UK might get snow. As you know, I like to follow the weather. So yeah, it's going cold, so I want to go over there. I've moved some of my fruit bushes, and I want to go and put some, like, I can't remember if it's straw or hay that I've got in the shed. But I'm going to put that around the base of it to try and protect it. So hopefully they don't die from the cold because I've moved them. But there are loads of signs now that spring is on the way, and I'm so happy. It's getting lighter at night. I'm just having a quick coffee now to warm myself up. Might be a bit of a long one, but I just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to at the allotment and the progress. Yay! Right, I'm going to finish my coffee and make some lunch and breakfast to take to the allotment with me. Okay, so I was just getting my food ready, and today I'm taking some chicken cup of soup. So I put it in this. This is my son's water bottle. It's metal, and it's insulated, and it does like cold drinks, so it keeps them cold. But if you put hot drinks in here, it also keeps it hot. It's so cute. My auntie bought this for my son because that's what him and my dad say to each other, and they always have. Love you to the moon and back. And then I've got some crackers. These are my son's crackers, but don't tell him. And some chicken paste, and I put some butter in there as well. Sometimes I just want crackers with butter, sometimes I just have it with chicken paste. So I take the both, and I've got a metal cup for my soup as well, and that should keep me going for a while I'm up there to stop me coming back home. I'll see you at the allotment. Hi guys, so I'm at the allotment. There is nobody up here yet, so I thought I'd do a bit of filming. No trains whatsoever. As soon as I start talking, they come. Yeah, and it's windy, so I'm really sorry. I hope it's not too bad. So I'm just sat on my bench at the moment. There's a big wooden box that was here when I got the allotment, and I've just turned it into my bench, and this is where you usually see me and my son sitting having coffee and cake or whatever we got, and it's right in my herb bed. So I wanted to show you my herb bed, and at first glance it does look like an absolute state, and this is the general theme with my allotment this time of year, and this is how it looks. And I do this for two reasons. One, all this stuff here is like the old nasturtiums and all the plants that I had last year, and they just die down, and I leave them because what it does then, it covers the soil, protects the soil, and from getting bashed all winter. And when I come then to dig the soil, it's a lot easier than, say, this stuff here. Can you see all this grass that's growing? Because this wasn't covered in nasturtiums. So the grass has started growing. That soil there will be really hard to dig. I have started a little bit in places, but it will be really hard to dig. So yeah, it just protects it. And then too, I do it because then it feeds the worms and the insects all winter, and they just love it. And then anything they haven't like munched up and taken back into the ground, like making it into like compost or feeding the soil, I then scrape it all off, and then I put it in the compost, so then it will eventually turn into compost for next year. So I just wanted to show you quickly. So I'm just sat here now, and this is a chive plant here. I transplanted it last year, and a few clumps broke off, and I planted them. So there's one. So if you look, it looks really messy, and then if you move just a bit of this, look at that soil, it's been protected, and then there's another clump of chives, and there's another one growing there. So obviously those have come off the seed heads and regrown. Well, that one's a new one, definitely. And I can also see some calendula soil. I've put some chicken manure around these as well. That there was a calendula plant, and that's why there's calendula seeds. So I just leave them, and then they will grow. They will grow this year once the spring starts coming. Yeah, these are chives. So it does look messy at the moment, but if you just look deeper and take a closer look, there's lots of stuff here growing. This is my oregano, didn't make it. That's another oregano, didn't make it. I can't seem to, I did have 3, can't even see the third one. Oh, it's there. That's my third one. Maybe that survived. There's a little bit of green still on it. We'll see. This is my marjoram. Sorry guys, it got really windy so you couldn't hear what I was saying. But my marjoram has survived. So I might just stick to that from now on. I think that's a California poppy. I'm not sure. Might be a herb. Some more parsley, thyme, sage is looking a bit floppy at the moment, but it'll spruce up again. The lavender's starting to grow. No, sorry, yeah, and the rosemary. And there's a thyme just there. Oh no, this is parsley. This is parsley, sorry. That's parsley. Parsley, which is cut in parsley. I got some allium flowers growing here, and I have left them. I've chopped all that down and just mulched it a bit. Again, protect the soil, protect them, because we are getting some cold weather. I'm going to start at the far end of the new plot, where all the brambles were, and had to make that path because I've been doing something at that end as well since the last video. So this is the far end of the plot where they want the path. This is just the dead bracken here. I'm just putting that there as a mulch for now. My jesterberry tree, and look. Yay, spring is on the way. Now then, I had concerns because I was talking to my plot neighbour that side, and he said these brambles make a good wind barrier, and now they're not there, the wind will blow all the way down. And I want sweet corn on this plot this year. So what I have is some Jerusalem artichoke, and I'm going to plant, I've planted some of it here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the moment. They grow really, really well and really fast. So what I'm hoping here, all this will be Jerusalem artichoke all here, and make some kind of barrier because they grow really, really fast. And they grow really, really tall. They're part of the sunflower family, and they're really good at getting your soil tip-top condition. I mean, really good. So where I first planted it on my plot, I didn't have bindweed or couch grass or anything like that. The soil was really, really good. It really made it well, so I could get on top of it and work with it. So I'm hoping that will do it here. I know the soil is really good soil here because it hasn't been planted on. There's just bramble, there's bindweed, and couch grass and thistles, but there's a lot of nutrients in the soil, so I'm hoping by planting these artichokes it will get rid of them. We'll see. A bit of an experiment. I'll need to dig over here. This hasn't been dug for years. It's like concrete. It's going to be really hard work, this bit. I've covered that bit. What I might do though is uncover that bit, then get that black plastic, move it down here. I want to plant squash here this year, and I might just cut holes through the black plastic to plant my squash, and then hopefully by next year it will, kill some of this grass and it'll be easier to work with. See how I do. So I'm going to have a path all the way down here, and I'm going to have 2 sides, and hopefully just turn it all over. This year I'm going to have brassicas on this side, beans, peas and sweet corn. And again, I know it looks messy and all these bits on it, but it really does help protect the soil and stop the weeds. Oh look, I've got some chard there growing, didn't do anything all winter. And then this side I have been digging over. This is where my potato and onions are going to go, and every time I come I do, you see the different layers here, so I dug all that over in one go, and then I got like an hour the other day. On Sunday I came and I literally just did that little bit. Might do a bit more today. I need to move these slabs because, as you can tell, but all these weeds, look, I just dug them up and I just put them on top and I just leave them there as long as possible to hope kill them off a bit. Comfrey is coming through. It's amazing. I replanted that last year. I didn't think it was going to survive, but it did, and look at it. Amazing. And this is my old plot. This is where I had the sweet corn. Again, I've just left it. I'm going to cut it down and just lie it on top of the soil. But yeah. Let me just move this a little bit. Look at all that lovely soil under there. There are a couple of weeds that I've got through. I'll just pull them out. But oh yeah, really, really nice soil. So it won't take long to get this bed ready. I wasn't going to do parsnips and carrots, but I've been sent some, so I don't want to waste the seeds because parsnips don't last, the parsnip seeds. So I will plant them, and then I had carrots here, and I'm going to cover them this year with my little cloche tunnels because they got annihilated last year by carrot root fly. So I've got rhubarb all the way down here, and this is a gooseberry bush that's taken like 3 years to grow. I grew it from a tiny little cutting, and hopefully I will have some gooseberries on it this year. I've done loads of manure and chicken manure, the pellets. Then I've moved my white currant bush and my red currant bush. I hope I haven't done it too late, because as you can tell, look at the green shoots. They've started to grow, and the best time to move these is when they're dormant. The red currant is a little bit earlier than the white currant for some reason, so the white currant hasn't started yet, but the red currant has. But anyway, I put loads of manure under the bottom of them and some compost that I found in a bag that I bought up last year, and I'm going to put some straw under them. I've moved this frame and I'll just cover them because the birds absolutely love them. I've moved my gooseberry bush there, so I'm hoping that survives as well. And then I've got another gooseberry and 3 black currant to move, but I'm not going to move them yet because I want to dig all this over and I want to plant some strawberries. Now then, my son made his den there last year, made this big hole and stuff, so I'm filling that up slowly. And then, as you can see, all this garlic, this is elephant garlic that is growing. Find elephant garlic that great. It's very, very mild tasting, but my normal garlic is mild anyway, so if I don't grow any more of that, I'm not fussed. I will leave this a little bit longer, as long as I can, let it bulk up a bit. I've given it a bit of a feed, then I will dig it up, chop it up and stick it in the freezer or make something with it. And then the rest of this now I've just started turning over, and we're going to have strawberries here. So this is going to be like my fruit bed, that's going to be like my herb bed. This is where I took up my fruit bushes, and this is a bed here, there's a bed there, there's 4 beds along here. So I'm going to concentrate on this side a bit more this year. And I think I mentioned in another video that I'm going to kind of try and plant a lot of Mexican marigolds, tomatoes, but not for the tomatoes, to try and get the soil a bit better this side. I've got raspberry runners shooting up everywhere, so they need to go. Stinging nettles, yay! Loads of stinging nettles here, so we will be making some soup soon. Cannot wait. Sorry guys, so my plot neighbour turned up, so I don't like filming I don't mind filming, I just don't want to talk. So I've done a bit more of turning over in this bed. You can see the bits where the soil's dry to where it's wet. And then this side I started clearing up and weeding. This is where the onions work in this bed, and I've tidied all there up. And rotavated it with my little hand rotavator, so I'll just leave those weeds on there for a couple of days now to die off, and then it didn't take me long at all to do that. Then I did a bit of weeding down the side of this path, and down here I want to plant a load of flowers. I might even do some Mexican marigolds because I have a lot of weeds in this bit as well that I want to try and get rid of. I think it's called ground elder. But yeah, I want to get rid of it all. Hi guys, me again. So I'm back from the allotment now, and that last little bit you've just seen with me talking over, my plot neighbour turned up right next to me. I call them my plot neighbours, but there might be like 2 or 3 plots away from me, but this guy, he's right next to me. Anyway, so I've come back. I got a few things, I picked a few things to show you. Now then, these are my parsnips, and this is one of the biggest ones I've got. I grew these in compost and sand. Look how straight they are, they're amazing. Absolutely amazingly straight. So I think 2 things happened. The first lot I sowed didn't germinate. The second lot then, because I waited such a long time, I think it was like end of May before I put them in. So really long, you know, maybe they didn't have enough time to grow. And 2, there was loads of calendula by them. And I think maybe, and they did amazing. So I think maybe they took a lot of nutrients from the parsnips. Like I said in the allotment, I will be growing parsnips again because I've been given some seed. I don't want to waste them. Parsnip seeds have to be fresh, otherwise they don't germinate very well. And what I'll do this time, if I see any calendula coming up, I'll just pick it out and put it somewhere else in the allotment. I have grown a lot of calendula in there because a couple of years ago I grew them with carrots and I had no carrot root fly. It was amazing. So I tried that again last year, and of course some just came up where the parsnips were, because I think I maybe grew carrots there. Yeah, that didn't work out quite as well this year. So yeah, any calendula that's going to come up in the carrot bed and the parsnip bed, I will I'll just pull up and plant elsewhere, so I can have loads of calendula somewhere else, but because I love calendula. So I got them. I got a few leeks, not bad size, it's one of the bigger ones. I was going to wash this there, but I've opened my water, but I completely forgot. I leave it open so it doesn't freeze, and so I've got no water in the water bath, and I don't like doing it in the water tank thing. So I'll sort them out here. I also got a little bag of stinging nettles. Yay! Things are coming alive, guys. It's time to start foraging. So I just take the nettle tops, they're teeny tiny at the moment, but it'll still be a good feed, and I'm going to make some soup. I had a memory come up the other day on Facebook, I think it was, my super green soup, and I think I had like purple sprouting broccoli and everything in this soup, and maybe bits of kale. Oh, I could have got some kale. Oh, never mind, I just got this. So foraging. And I also, now I've always seen this, and it's called dead nettle, I think, purple dead nettle or purple headed nettle, something like that. And this is it. And then I saw something last night online about the healing properties and how good this is for you and the different things you can do with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start picking this. This was off my plot. There's loads of it around the allotment, just growing wild everywhere. I am going to pick more of it and I'm going to dry it. So then I've got it to make stuff with, and I'm sure you can use it on cuts and bruises and things like that. It's antiseptic. So my broad beans are just as a couple starting now. They've taken ages. Nothing in my propagator yet, guys. That's like 3 weeks now and nothing has come up. I was hoping to see the caped gooseberries by now. So I don't know, I might have to re-sow them. Right, I'm gonna go and enjoy my cup of tea now, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye!